Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Sporia Campaign. Last time, we went to war with Nuria over the territory of Verdant, which I needed to complete my control of the Bessetia province, which we've now done, and we've progressed all the way through the rest of our mission. We can finish this mission at will, and I'm not actually 100% sure why I didn't do this yet, as there's nothing else I can do in the mission. Let me go ahead and just do this now, actually. The Matter of Vestulia is finished. There we go. What's next? Matter of Scythia, the Scythia region in particular. Interesting, okay. Or Pearl of Venetia. This is probably going to be a no-go for a few reasons. I already didn't like these Pearl of missions with the kinds of objectives they tend to generate. Requires you to spend a lot of money setting up infrastructure that you have to just roll with. You don't get to choose what works better for the territory. Sometimes it makes sense, but oftentimes it doesn't. It also will require us to build cities, almost for sure, which is just literally not possible in this campaign. We're not allowed to found cities under normal circumstances. So, Matter of Scythia it will be, though will I actually start the clan, or what's the term, sort of summon the war, not the war council, consult the clan council, I think is what it's called, in order to get the claims. I'm not sure. I may also hold off on selecting this and wait a little bit until after my next conquest. I think I'll do that in case I get the slightly more useful Matter of Borsenthia. That's the one that I'd prefer, honestly. I think getting control of the Borsenthia region will be a bit more conducive to the shape of the territory. Compared to Venetia compared to Scythia, I should say. I feel like going to Scythia would overextend me. Now, we do have the Carpathian Mountains providing some additional structure and sort of giving us a good border. And the Scythian border with Dacia and Moesia and Ferior is fairly well protected by that terrain, plus there's the water. But I do think that Scythia is the less optimal direction to expand. I think that overall, of all the different directions to go, Borsenthia is probably the best one, but until I get a mission to give me claims for that, I'm just going to perhaps wait and focus on what I still am trying to do right now in my current regions, which is finishing my takeover of Vestulia and especially Venetia. So back to that. So I will progress my missions a bit later, but for now I'll leave it alone. Now, what is my current Divine Sacrifices cooldown? Okay, 464. All right, now we do have a truce with Nuria now, and we actually have a two-way truce with them. And that truce is until 464, beginning of 464, so that's pretty good. And we do have ourselves a claim on Venetia, so this is our way into fighting this big league. Now, Venetia would call in Veltia as their ally, and they'd also call them in the league. But they'd also be calling in Aestia, Galindia, and Ozia, as we talked about last time. This would be a pretty substantial war, it goes without saying. Now, my Levy strength did recalculate on a client reload. That's good to see that happens at least, since this was 21 when I looked at this last episode. So we're at 23 and 20, 43 units total. This should be sufficient to take on the League. I did all the math last time, and I'm pretty sure I can trust that I will get away with this. The main thing that's going to make this possible is to try to fight them before they unite together into a Doomstack, the way that I can unite into a Doomstack. And perhaps even the way to do it is to actually have my own armies split into two fronts. A northern front to try to fight Ozia and Veltia, and then a southern front to fight and keep separated from them the southerners, Venetia, Galindia, and Aestia. So that might be the way I handle that. Now, something I may also want to do... Nah, never mind. I don't have enough stability. We'll wait. I do want to change more of my laws. I have PI now, but I'm just going to wait, honestly. My stability's too low. I also just did a migration at the end of the last episode, so I should let my stability recover before I do more. I think we should just go to war. I think is the... That's what we should do right now. I don't have the stability to migrate. I don't have enough stability to do a law change or a god change right now. I think it's time to go to war. And I think it's time to go to war with Venetia's League. So let's get ready for that. Let's plan out where we're actually going to strike. So the war goal will be Yeah, it'll be Galindia Occidentalis, because our claim is on that specific territory, right? It must be. They only have one territory. So we need to get here, and this is not fortified, which is very convenient, so we should be able to get this very quickly. Do I do something funny with a naval landing with my soldiers? I could do that. That would be interesting. And there's actually a strategic argument for doing that. Now, the immediate issue is I don't have any boats, but we can get to that problem in a moment. If I were to do a naval landing into Galindia Occidentalis, I'd be able to potentially fully annex Venetia and prevent them from raising their forces. Now, their forces are going to be maybe 1 to 2, maybe even just 1 soldier, so it may not make a huge difference, but worth noting. Oh, do we have a... No, their capital's here. Never mind. I was about to say, do we have a similar situation up here? But we don't. I don't think I can do anything about this with no boats, and I'm not going to hire a pirate fleet to ferry my forces over in that manner. Okay. All right, let's see here. Let us get our forces ready. Yeah, let's do it now. Okay, so let's see. So I think what I might do, I might actually send in my forces together into Venetia. Oh no, that's not too efficient actually. Let's see. You're on partial garrison right now. And then over here. Where's your capital? Oh, it's over here. That's right. Partial garrison. Probably everyone's on partial garrison. So I think what I want to do... I think I want to get to Veltea and assault it. And I also want to assault this right away to get me zone of control around here. I think what I do is actually, let me just start raising my forces here. So, let's see. Where are they going to raise? Let me just raise them, and then I'll move them around manually after that. We don't need to rush before that. Let's turn on maintenance. Okay. Let's get everyone. I can also, now that I think about it, I can actually just mix these forces together. There's no need to keep the region levies divided from each other. Let's see. Do I have cavalry under the tribal chief's leadership somewhere? I would really like to have that. I have 1 cav under his leadership. All right. That's okay, though, because unless I'm... Could this be a sack? I'm a bit worried about that, because it's the national capital. I should have this 1 cav unit take Galinda Occidentalis if I'm not sending a full force over there. I think I'm going to risk it that I can get in there in time. Well, no, Venetia is going to raise their army. It's going to raise their... I should send an actual army there, led by my main guy. Let's organize things here. So let's plan out this attack on the basis of what targets we're going for. So I think priority targets are getting to Veltea in order to stop it from recovering its garrison, putting it under siege and doing an assault. This is... I can just walk right over immediately, so I just need to have someone stationed over here. I think what I may do is have someone stationed here, assault Crononia, and then immediately walk up to Galindia Occidentalis. No need to siege it. Venetia may not actually have forces to raise, or very minimal forces, so the morale situation should be fine. So I basically tie up 1 force over here. I have 1 force who is my northern force, and then I think I have a 3rd force actually over here who aims for Vistjuliana and leaves someone at Folia and then goes to Vistjuliana. I think that's the plan. Which means I need my 2 armies led by the tribal chief to be leading 3 forces somehow. Okay, let's get this organized. Let me leave behind... So this cav, I'm going to have form the start of this army over here. And then this force here, let's see, we'll ruin to Velti first, so you go up there. Joining them let's send over you and you. So now we're looking at about 10k going north. The rest of you, this extra cav, who's gonna have the most actual soldiers? Probably Ozia. Let me have the extra cav actually go north as well and split away one of the northern supporting armies to instead go to here. Alright. Over here, it's so disorganized. You guys go here. The rest of you should be sufficient. You come over to here. Alright, that looks good. Then we will organize them a bit better once they arrive. Okay. I also need to be careful because I don't have the best fort system set up yet, but hopefully I will be able to work around that. Right, interesting. I'll leave behind one of these guys to grab. Actually, this is not a capital. I can just leave anyone here. That's fine. I think this is probably the right balance of things. Prominent centralization. Minoris Jautautatis is one of our most prominent clan chiefs and a strong leader of his people. Their loyalty to our central rule has come into question lately, and Jaugerdis, again Mantitis, has suggested moving some of that clan under our authority. Such a move would surely put us at odds with Minoris, but secure our own authority at the cost of his. I'm going to say no, I don't want to gain any centralization, as I currently... No, I am actually trending down, so I can gain some if it makes sense. Spending PI on this doesn't feel like the best thing to do. I don't like these modifiers. Losing loyalty is not good on this guy. We'll let things progress naturally, that's fine. The guy who loses loyalty has much more current loyalty, so that shouldn't be a problem. Almost there. Alright, let's organize our stacks here. So, you lead the way, everyone else follows you. Alright, over here. You technically lead the... Well, actually, you shouldn't lead the way because you're going to go ahead of them, but he'll still take over the force and move with the... I'll have the largest army lead the way, and then the rest follow. But this guy will still be in charge of the fight with his marshal. Up here, you lead the way. Okay, here we go. Whew. Take Crononia. We're going to be fighting a few people. So we're going to be fighting Venetia, Galindia, Istia, Veltia, and Ozia. Just just a little conflict, you know, just to start things off here. This is going to be a bit involved. I'm going to go down to speed 2 probably, but I have a very clear goal here. We're going to try and knock everyone out of the war as soon as possible. And the most important thing is to not kind of lose control of the situation. The real danger is every one of these guys being able to hire mercenaries. I don't really have a strong answer to that because mercs are going to completely change the balance of the war. And if I need to, I can cancel this fort and even destroy other forts to get money to hire mercs. Or I could even do some of this stuff if I need to. I don't want to. And you know what? I'm actually going to increase maintenance further. I should have done this before, but it's okay. I think I just need... Because the thing is, an AI tag who's been completely occupied, they can still hire mercs, and they will do that. So we need to try to get... do this war as efficiently as possible. Again, the main targets are the northern territories ideally, but we'll see what we kind of need to end up doing. We may have to end the war sooner in order to avoid mercenary apocalypse. But here we go. Let's get this thing going. Take Chronomia. Here we go. All right. No going back now. All right, so first things first. All of you go straight in there and assault it. Same thing over here. And same thing over here. That we're going to have you detach, just go there. The rest of you go through there. Huh? One moment. What do you mean I have to cross over to get to it? Can I not? So if I enter, hold on. Oh, what? Okay, that was really strange. Oh, you know what? I must have been clicking on someone who was following. That's what was going on. Okay. This is what I thought I could do, so we're fine. All right. And we're going to proceed on speed 2. Here we go. All of this may get sieged by Ozia. Okay, immediate battle over here. That's good. I need to get their army out of the war right away. What are we looking at morale-wise? We should be... I mean, numbers-wise, we're clearly going to be fine, but good to see. Hold on. Didn't I tell you to come here? Yeah, you stay there and grab that. Gosh. What? Okay. Actually, that's fair. They're not that far away. They're not that far away. Oh, all right. Instant stack wipe over at Credonia. That's a great start. Good. We're going to wait for the tick. I really should wait for the tick, but there's no time to wait. We're assaulting immediately. Sacking of Crononia. All right, now this place here is to pop. That's gentle looting, please. I need the war score. I can't let it be depopulated. All of you now rush up there. Get me that war target. All right. We see one of the Ozian levies. Nothing too scary yet, but I am sure fear will be coming soon. Ah, all right. This is perfect. This is perfect. Attacking into forest over a river, I guess. Where's the river? Okay, I don't know what river. They found a river to cross over to do this attack, of course, but that's fine. These numbers were completely in the clear. We're going to miss these 500. That should be okay. Should be okay. All right. These guys are actually technically going ahead, which I don't love. You all actually come here. I have to wait for these guys. That's fine. All of you come here together. Kill those guys. Okay. You guys chase after those guys. Don't get left behind. Battle of Veltier. We're going to catch these guys here. Where are we? Oh, we are for sure. If they'd committed to going north, they may have gotten away, but we're going to catch them now. That's another 1.5k stack wipe, hopefully imminently. Also, Battle of Venedica, or wait, yeah, Venedica. Very good. Not a stack wipe, but we killed. That's almost a stack wipe. Wow, that's a really good battle result for not being a stack wipe. Love to see it. keep going. The morale damage isn't ideal, and we're missing a little bit of garrison loss, but it should be okay. I'll wait for these guys to get here too, and then I'll do the assault. No chancing it with assault RNG. Alright, there's that 1.5k stack wipe I was expecting up here. Alright, immediate assault up here. 21 assault power, that's what I like to see. Okay, good. Do I wait for these guys or not? I do because of the morale loss they took from the fight, so I do wait for them. Sacking of Veltea. Okay. This place here for... let's see. These are Istians. I actually don't really want to kill pops, because I can use the pops later, so let the looting be gentle. Assuming that these are tribesmen or slaves, I'm imagining... Actually, you know what? I can't... No, I can if I migrate from here. Yeah, okay. I'll lose the fort. Do I want this to stay as the fortified location? Probably not. Because it's coastal. Let the looting be gentle. Okay. And now... Can I catch these guys? Probably not. Let me just go straight for Carbonia. Alright. Don't. Actually, yeah, this is pretty high population here, so that should be fine. Okay. I had a tick of recovery. I think I have enough to do this over here. I think I'm being overcautious. Should be fine. Here's the stack of Galindia Occidentalis. It was mostly tribesmen slaves, gentle looting. Alright, all of you now... Let's see. These guys could come over here. What is this? Archers? Alright. These horsemen, I'm sending on a special mission to go kill those archers. The rest of you, head north, where I imagine the Ozian army is to be found. Come north, like over in this direction, I think. Yeah. I could actually leave one of these guys over here to reinforce these guys. I probably should do that, honestly. That's probably the smarter move. Sacking of Vistuliana. This was gentle looting, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't even grab this. Whoops. Let me do that now. Yeah, definitely want to grab that. Or you guys continue chasing those archers. You just, you come over here to guard this point here. Okay. This entire war is going to be fought in the winter, just for extra cool factor. Literally cool factor. Fortunately, all of these random tags hiring all the Baltic mercs have starved this area of available merc stacks, so I think we're going to be a bit safer than I was expecting from merc retaliation, which is always great. We'll just wait for this so we get the tick, and then we'll move over to Kina. Right, here's an Ocean Army 1.5. I can grab them with these guys. Then we can move on to grab this, which will be the last target I'm concerned with. How's my... Alright, this is good. We're fighting in the woods, which isn't ideal, but horses beat art. It's a 40% bonus versus archers, so we're going to win this fight no matter what really could happen. Unless we had serious morale problems. Hold on. You just wait there and catch those guys. Okay, good. You guys head this direction as well. Okay. And then get to work on their capital for war score purposes. You wait and try to catch those guys. Yeah, they're gonna try to get Sartu. Won't let that happen. Will I scare them away? Not quite, but I will catch them there. That's good. You know what? I think I will do that. Get up here. Sacking of Sina. Sartu is a stack wipe, good. Sina is 4. I don't think I'm going to take this because this is in the northern region, but let's just gently loot. I want to kill pops whenever I can avoid it. Alright, now you guys... Is this really? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of war score. You head down there. You... I'm sending the Cav to go horse stampede attack once more. Cavalry charge, here we come. Alright. Scare them away. I hope we catch them. Okay. Now just go this direction. Alright, as expected, the Ozian forces up here, plus some of their surviving allies, are a bit scarier, but I think this was pretty much a technically perfect war against this league. I completely guessed how all of their AIs would position their forces and like how they would respond to my attack. And I basically preemptively attacked them in the right way on 3 different fronts. So, alright, I think we're looking pretty good. We're closing in on Gerais. Look at all this war score for me. That's pretty good. That should be a stack wipe. Catch these guys? Oh, they will. Alright. Works for me. Go guard this position. Okay. And I guess you may as well just run over and grab this too. Although I don't think I'll need that last part over there. Exhibition at the Grand Kothon. We have heard news that there's to be a grand unveiling at the Grand Kothon in Kart Hadasht, as some recent renovations have been completed in the Harbor District, and the architects are eager to show off their latest additions. Only the most prestigious families have been invited to the exhibition, and naturally this includes Gurgurtus Brutitis, famed architect. Architect of the Baltic misery is what more like it. The cream of Spork society will be in attendance. Have they not been watching the Sporia campaign? We don't have any architecture. We're living in nature. No cities allowed. It is quickly turning out to be the most talked about event of the year. Although being invited is a great honor, there will be costs associated the trip. It's up to you, Skurgurtus. The people will certainly want their leader to attend. Are we going to Carthage? I mean, is this all we get? Is 5 popularity? Surely this leads to an event chain, right? I mean, I'm super curious. I don't think I've ever seen this event chain before. This might be a TI or Invictus edition. I think I'm going to give this a try and just kind of see what happens. if it is just 5 popularity, it's obviously not worth it, but out of the possibility that this leads to an event chain where Skurgurtus is hanging out with the elites of the Mediterranean world inexplicably, that could be pretty funny. Let's see what happens. Travel is expensive, but it broadens the mind. We shall go. We're also about to make some serious money in just a moment, so should be in the clear. Oh, hold on. Don't even think about it. All right. I can probably just do the peace deal now. I don't think I need to wait for all this to transfer over. All right. So, I want that. So, we're already looking at trouble, but since we're already going to be over 50, I mean, I don't think I'm going to ever have anyone like me no matter what I do, so I may as well just embrace the dark side. We will have stability problems from doing this. That should not be overlooked. Let's see. I'm not going to enter Percenthia just with this, or enter Hyperborea. Well, once I have Venetia and Borcenthia fully controlled, I think I might enter Hyperborea, but not for a while. Alright. And you know what? Let's just see. That's probably worth doing because the extra AE is so low. Now we're getting a little bit more. Oh yeah, wow. we can do this deal. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, this is... Let's see here. This is 4 sets of nobles, and we really badly weaken Ozia. We kick them out of the Venetia region altogether. Now, most of their power is not coming from pops that are in their Venetia holdings. Venetia's in the Venetia region holdings. But this basically destroys the entire league, and we fully secure the Baltics. At least everything, almost, I mean, also with this, but mainly everything that's west of the Vistulia, or in this, older language, the Ustula. There is still a few provinces over here, which I don't have a large presence in yet, which will involve fighting the Germans that are west, or east, I should say, of the Yadua. So, I could leave Istia alive over here, but I don't think there's any strong reason to. I may as well just get them now, because then I can also, as I had planned before, quickly colonize this stuff here, get more population. Now this sets me up with a border with the Germans, which could be a problem. But these guys aren't leagued up. They will probably become leagued up when I do this peace deal, if I do this peace deal. And I would like to do this peace deal. I would very much like to. Wow, this is a lot. This should really be like 2 peace deals to do this the smart way. But all right, let's think through this carefully. Pros and cons. Pro, this is cool, but the real pro is that I gain control of basically the rest of what would be my core territory in terms of Weyra, Baltoslavs. Although with my migration strats, it doesn't actually matter as much as normal to have that, but this does secure for me the rest of the this part of the Baltics. Con, I destroy my AE. I go up to about 80 AE from that, which won't be great. And we're going to be dealing with that for many, many episodes. Now, I think I can, and I'm going to be very optimistic here in saying this, I think I can manage the stability catastrophe this is about to cause. Because if this scales in the way that I think it does, we're going to be dealing with collapsing stability immediately. Which, do I have a way to deal with that? So doubling my AE to about 60 should put me then to about flat AE right now. And so 80, it's going to be negative trend at 30 stability, which isn't good. I think what I would need to do if I do this peace deal, it's time to tyranny max. We're going to have to purposely give ourselves tyranny to speed up AE change to save our country from collapsing. I think I can probably get away with this, but this could be a disaster. Now, that's not even getting into the diplomatic problems of having AE this high. Literally no one will ever like me for the next 20 to 30 years. Now, I'm not going to be friendly with Nuria. Again, they're also fighting Bodinia. They're probably going to lose that fight against Bodinia. But the real concern is Gedia. Now, Gedia is currently being kicked around by Borsenthia, of all people. Huh? Okay, I don't know what is going on here. Gedia is actually pretty preoccupied with a bunch of people. So, I think we will actually be okay. Oh, they would ally with me right now? Is that really? Okay. I don't know if I should do that. I think I should do this, though. But I should... Okay, here's the question. Do I ally with Scythia right this second, and then they break the alliance after a couple of months once I do this peace deal? And then, because they broke the alliance, they have a truce with me. But that being said, they also don't border me. They don't have any claims on me. I don't think Scythia is going to actually attack me, or they don't have a clear way to attack me. I think my fears of Gedia and Scythia are justified, but they can't make those fears realized soon enough. Gedia does have a claim on me, but they're also kind of struggling against their war with these guys. So I maybe don't need to worry about this right now. I think I'm just going to do this peace deal, to be completely honest. Trying to balance expansion with diplomacy in this campaign is just not really possible. I have to basically commit to being a complete pariah and just being kind of in a state of total war with the rest of the world because of the way that I'm playing this game. I just need population to make this work. All right, folks. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I just noticed I can't even do this deal yet. I can do this deal potentially after a little bit more peace acceptance. I think this is possible. It is literally possible. It just needs the higher... Yeah, so I think I will go for this deal. But I first need to finish all of this stuff over here. These guys are getting that. All of you try to go catch these guys. All right, let's proceed. Oh, sweet. We're going to catch them there. That's good. No, oh shoot. Okay, I did not mean to actually move you that way. All right, these guys are gonna get stack wiped. That's super annoying. Okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's just some cav. Yep. Oh yeah, stack wipe. That's what I thought. Really? That can't be true. You rush over here. Yeah, I don't know why I thought this was a super bad battle outcome. It's bizarre. Okay. Okay. Now they agreed to this deal. Yeah, now that we've fully taken everything. And if I am actually committing to the pariah lifestyle, because something I can actually do because this is Terra Indomita, I could actually potentially do, which one was it? Yeah, domination stance. Do no CB wars. It's not actually a terrible idea for this campaign. The issue is most of my money is coming from commerce. Now, having such bad diplomatic reputation from my AE, not the mechanic, but like sort of conceptually diplomatic reputation, it may limit my commerce economy. But I think because I can trade with people who are so far away, I should be able to successfully keep selling my resources to someone. I can always technically do internal trades as like a last resort. But money isn't the real resource of this campaign. The real resource is people. It's pops. And to get more pops, I need to continue expanding. I think... I'm not going to commit to a stance change, but I do think that if I'm going to do this deal... Actually, you know what? I can't do anything more because I'm at the peace deal max. Because I was thinking... Yeah, there's no way. If I could like make them like a tributary or something, but there's no way that would fit in this deal. Okay. I think this is the deal I go for. This is crazy. I think I'm going to regret doing this, but you know what? This is the campaign. We're going crazy in this campaign. I'm going to do it. Here we go. Alright, and we captured 4 sets of elites. My tribal chief, the Balto Slavic local power of Venetia, accepts our generous peace offer. Generous to me. Ozian Chesinia to Sporia, Ozian Turintia to Sporia, Veltian Turintia to Sporia, Venetians Crononia to Sporia, Galindian Crononia to Sporia, Ozian Scyria to Sporia, Istian Scyria to Sporia, and Istian Rugia to Sporia. Oh, you know what? This is a perfect moment to do some tyranny maxing. Into my dungeons, all of you go. I can do ritual sacrifice. Right, okay, here we are. Look at that. We are larger than the British Isles right about now. Very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and lower our forces. Thank you for your service. Many of them are still moving around. Okay, all of you need to stop moving. We'll wait for May 23rd, and then we'll lower them. Scribertus Mantuiltus died of dysentery. Okay, we need to check on who the new head of that clan is. Oh, that was actually my researcher as well, martial researcher. Alright, levies are lowered. Very good. Okay. 80 AE. Let's see here. Yeah, minus 0.60 from that. It's not been updated yet, so we're about to have some problems. We're gonna be negative 0.40 at 30 stability. I don't think I've ever had AE this high. Yeah, not ideal. Okay. Martial advancer. Let me find someone young to get statesmanship to. Let's see here. Maybe younger would be fine. Actually, no. I need someone with the trait. That's what actually matters. Someone with the trait who I could also build statesmanship? Okay, that person up here was fine. Alright. Very good. Okay. Now, there's a lot to deal with in terms of the aftermath of this victory. So, we've also split Ozia. They don't even have a connection over here now. Okay, first things first, demographically, what are we looking at now? 322 population, which I think makes us... Okay, Yonkai's larger. Scythia is just barely larger. And you may be thinking Scythia doesn't look that large. They have some pretty dense population down here by Crimea. Larger than Getia, by far, though not in terms of integrated pops. Are we comparable to some of the people further south? No, is the answer. Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so first things first, let's get ourselves some money. Here we go. You can go free, but you can be sold. Alright. This also reduces... Yeah, sacrificing like this reduces stability. But I probably should do one of these to get the bonus. Though at the moment, I don't think I really want to lose this much stability. Probably not, right? Wait, is this already with this applied? Maybe this isn't going to be as bad as I thought. I must have miscounted. Okay. So I think it is already updated to show... I'm not 100% sure. Let me do one of these just... Actually, you know what I should do? I should do this on a cooldown so I remember how to do it enough. I'm not really near any obvious cooldown moments. Let me just do one. Right. Sacrificed. This also improves their trend slightly. Okay. Let me get back to selling. Okay. You know what? I actually need the tyranny right now. We're tyranny maxing. We're going for it. This really is the opposite campaign that you would have ever expected to see from me. I'm purposely not building cities, and I'm purposely getting tyranny. Wild, wild stuff. There's so many people here. Sheesh. All right. I guess the person I sacrificed just literally didn't have any marshal, because you lose centralization based on the marshal. That's interesting. Okay, finally reaching the final people here. Okay, that is everyone. We're almost at 400 gold. Let me zoom through all these pop-ups here. 23 tyranny. This is giving us about negative 0.50 AE loss per month, which we can do even better than that, I think. Actually, I probably can't do better than that. I don't think I have anyone with more statesmanship and more charisma than Skirtautus. Let me just leave them there. Offer declined. I could just give him free hands, honestly. Yeah. I don't think PI is actually that big of a deal right now. I think it's fine to leave it at that. Okay. Lower maintenance, lower fort maintenance, looking pretty good economically. But time for the real fun, which is dealing with the new territories. So, first of all, I could actually fairly soon. I could also do holy sites. Completely forgot about that. Probably should do that, although I don't think this is the time to spend those resources on that. I'll make Bialystok the national capital once I have 80 PI. I don't think I'm going to be spending stability on that much in the near future. Although I do want to do some migrations. I'll have to wait. No chance on that for now. But I will move this over because now we're in a moment where we're going to have a lot of PI, but not much stability to work with. So with this territory now fully secured, we can more thoroughly plan things out over here. Let me actually check and see if there's any buildings up here. So let me go up here. What do we have over here? Actually, let me just look on there. We do have something here. The town commons. I'm going to destroy all buildings I find, unless it's like a resource building, or if I have some other good reason to keep it, just for extra money. I also have not yet, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, I've not yet actually looked through all of these buildings. I think I will do that after I go through everything here. I'll leave the fort there for now until I decide on the capital location. Farm for fish, that will stay. Okay, over here. Council of Elders can go. This may be the capital long term, honestly. Let me leave the fort there for now, and then we'll come back to that. Settlement can go. This can go. That can go. Slave estate probably goes. This may be the capital. I'll keep that. Forts I'll keep because I may use them in just a moment, or I may keep them in just a moment. Okay. That was it over there. Right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we have a bit more money now, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. Let's start planning out the boundaries here. So starting from the presumption of Bialystok being the capital and being the fort. So up here, let's see, where should the capital be? I think I previously wanted it to be Dobe because it's centrally located, but this will be an iron mine. So Orija was the other spot that I thought worked well, and it does work well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a great spot, actually, and it gives me fort coverage on the border, which is great. So up here, I think possibly Zernajai could be pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not, actually. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It kind of depends on what I do up here, actually. I think Paliene is looking good. I would miss out on the logging camp, which is something that does require that. I need to remember that in TI, we have these extra resource buildings, which kind of changes my math a little bit. But I probably have plenty of wood up here. I do have a lot of wood up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could also do Garais, 1, 2, 3, but it also blocks this river crossing, which is nice. Garais is also, let's see, so Orija's here, Garais is here. Let's do this and this and this and this. If it were to be Glitu, I'd miss out on a stone mine. Let's see, Osveus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, once I have that, though it's close to this. Tutu Venu could also be good, though I'd miss out on a, I think that was what it was before. It was base metal mine location. I forgot, hunting camps are also something you get only for those. Although it doesn't have a huge impact on, I'd still need, yeah, it's a bit worse. 2, 3, 4. I could also do something weird, kind of like Zagaras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I could actually have Grazutas over here be the capital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once I have this stuff, it's the right distance from Orija. This is leather, which doesn't have a resource building, or like a dedicated resource building. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. It is forest. It also does protect this crossing, which is quite nice. So this is pretty weird. I basically have this province's capital largely cover this province, while this province's capital largely covers this province. I guess it comes down to where the capital is over here. If I had this here, Turuntia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a good spot, but it's a bit close to Zagaras. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's more central. I miss out on a hunting camp, but over here I miss out on a livestock, an enclosure. Most of these territories actually do have resources, so I have to kind of make these compromises somewhere anyways. This is such a weird way to plan out provinces. I'm still not fully used to it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I will. Let's see. Horses. That's fine to miss out on. I think this plan also gives me the best Because again, I have to think about this as there's not going to be cities. Like, I'm basically locating the print. So in previous campaigns, I've planned my capital locations on what's the strongest territory, and here it's almost the opposite. I have to plan on what territory am I the most comfortable not giving settlement infrastructure, because the fort takes up the slot, at least for quite a long time. And even once I can have 2 settlement buildings per territory, I'll still probably have other buildings that I'd want to have. So let me do this. Let me commit. Capital can go over here, and then over here, capital can be moved to Grizuntis. Okay. Oh, they're just... Oh, I just realized they're actually right next to each other through Sartu. Ah, that's annoying. Do I leave a gap at Azvejos? I just realized that. That's super annoying. And this is one where it's already super low, so I can't really move it around again. I could move this one, though, again. I could move it to Gerais. Only 3 right now, but it does cover the crossing. I think that's kind of important. Although it covers the crossing if it is in the zone of control. So Paliene would also work. I think what I do is I do commit to Grizuntis and Orija, and I just maybe don't fortify Zagaris right now, and I wait and see if it makes sense to move it somewhere else. I do think I move further in to Turintia because I think wild game is less valuable than livestock. Hold on, where's wild game? Yeah, livestock's more valuable on the market. I'd rather miss out on wild game. Plus, I think hunting camps are a bit less efficient for min-maxing because it tries to have it be a mixture of slaves and tribesmen instead of just being slaves. All right, let me move the capital in. I also like that's the name of the province, so Turuntia. And this can be destroyed. All right. So really, this is also close to Turuntia as well. Maybe Glitu would actually be better. Glitu's actually basically... I think Glitu's probably the best spot actually for this one here, now that I look at it more closely. It creates a lot of internal coverage, but this is covered here. This would then cover all of this. Okay, I think Glitu's probably the spot. Missing out on the stone mine is annoying, but stone is... How valuable is stone? Where's stone on this list? 0.25. I think that's okay. And I don't have a lot of options for where to put this otherwise. I think Glitu's the spot. Okay, we'll move it to Glitu later. It's annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, and then over here, I think Crononia. So we miss out on wheat, or I mean on grain. Grain's a little valuable. Actually, it's not really in TI. It's only 0.2. I think I'd rather sell wood than grain. I would actually rather sell wood than grain. Let's see, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it doesn't have very much coverage at all, actually. That's annoying. It is in a central location, though, which is nice. And to some extent, it doesn't matter a ton. I needed to pick a place that I think that I'll be happy with. To some extent, with these these placements, it's more about what will I be satisfied with as much as it is what is a min-max choice, because I'm going to be looking at these locations every single episode and being bothered by them, right? So picking the spot that has the name of the province is just something I like doing when there's no strong reason otherwise. I think this is fine. Although it is plains, although this province has a lot of plains, there's some forest around the edge. I'd like to get this as a lumber yard. Can I do anything with amber? I need a more generic building for that. I think this is fine. Yeah. Like, this would be a great spot for a city, but can't have any of those. I think this is fine. I think I'll make this the capital. Okay. So now we're not going to have as much internal coverage over here. That's fine, because we just need the coverage to be... We need the provinces, the provincial capitals to be fortified more than anything else. Okay, over here, this is the only spot that I have. I will try to colonize all of this. And ultimately, having it be Rugia could be kind of cool. It is on the coast, which is a little awkward. Rugia only has 3 coverage, but we'll see. I'll see what I want to do about that. I may have it be Limoviana, which has better coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And I'd miss out on hemp, which is fine. Now, there's not a resource building for amber, but I would want to get a generic resource building to help with amber, just because it's so valuable. I could basically take over the amber trade over here. So for now, Vistuliana will just stay fortified, because it's the only spot I have over here. Okay, in here, Skyria, what do we have? Is there a Skyria territory? I don't think so. All right, so we're pretty free to pick whatever we like. Woad is pretty valuable, right? Pretty sure, yeah, Woad's more valuable. This is a huge province. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anything with a lot of coverage. You know, Anna Venedica would actually cover both crossings, technically, with its fort coverage. Worth noting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it covers both of the crossings. So that's pretty good. It's efficient. It is plains and it's vegetables, which means I could put the capital somewhere a little bit less powerful, as it were. But I think it's okay. I'm not going to really have the economy to do this much settlement min-maxing anyways for a while, so it's not the end of the world that I can't get one more farm. And vegetables isn't as valuable as grain. I think this is probably the smart move. It doesn't cover this crossing, but currently Vistuliana covers it, and I can cover it later. And ultimately, this is just kind of like, you know, I think this is fine. It kind of also comes down to how I handle Venetia Inferior. Currently, the capital is Corotan, which I just kept over here. I didn't, like, pick the spot. I could cover it on the other side, I guess. Not sure. Let's see. This is also the right distance from Coronea, which I just noticed, which is also really cool that that lines up like that. I think I'll go for it. I think this is a reasonable move to make. All right. And then, let's see. I think I'm going to manually change this location's policy. Oh yeah, he has such terrible finesse. I forgot about that. Okay, you know what? It's not going to make a difference if I change it. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm just going to leave it alone. If I only had more of this stuff over here, I could make these plans a bit more confidently. Where will my Lugia capital be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably Exotanus. Unless there's a Lugia. There's Lygia, not Lugia, though. If I have it at Exotanus, then over here, Egladia, maybe? Makate? Egladia's far from Anna Venetica, but it does cover the crossing, and this area that's in the middle is covered from the river, so it's protected. Oh, Egladia is the right distance from Folia. Folks, I've picked my spot. We're putting this in Egladia. Okay. Oh, I can't because of this, right? Ooh, yikes. That's actually... You actually have good finesse, so I'm going to switch you straight over to harsh treatment, I think. Yeah, that's fine. Demote all you like. I can... The nice thing with this campaign, demotion from harsh treatment, that's completely fine. I can just turn them into tribesmen with migration if I need to. Okay, so that'll clean that up very slowly. All right, and then over here, I could keep Ravakia as the capital. It's not a bad spot, honestly. It's a bit far from Bialystok, and I would actually kind of prefer something further towards the border. I've not really done a lot of capital micro down here. Let's see. I'd have to put it in Heredia to have it line up with Bialystok. Might not be a terrible idea, though, just to keep the border fully fortified. I'd miss out on Woad, but that's okay. Let's see. Heredia is a pretty good spot, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, once I have that. I think I might actually make Heredia the provincial capital here once I move the national capital away. And then Arona over here. This could be a mine, though. I could do it in Asula, actually. This could also be a mine, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my gosh. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Asuli is a slightly better location for the capital with that in mind. And then down here, did I move the capital here manually? I don't think I ever did. Forum? Lines up. Did I say Asula before? Yeah, it'd have to be further south than that, actually. Urshalats? Mianak. Or Mianik. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there's a gap here, though. That's awkward. Or do I keep it at Usir Nyaika? I think this is a good spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it does cover with the mountains. And let Solitarium be the capital over here. I think I kept this fort here for that exact reason. Plains horses, I think, is fine. It does also have occupation welcome still, which is nice. And it has workers unite. This is our little our Soviet commune over here in the horse plains. Yeah, Ogrenut can be a farm. I'm going to move the capital of the province here. Yeah, I think so. Because it lines up ultimately with the mountains. So these, so Tanis is exposed, but that's fine. I can deal with that. Okay. I think I may just build a fort over on this side to fully, like, set up my fort line over here, as it were. Okay. What I might also do is later build in further internal forts and move the capitals further in, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. That's just a future potential thing. So where would so if Asula was a fort, the fort would be at Urshalat. So I'd miss out on the wood. I think that'd be okay. And having Urshalats be a fort, I think would be good, actually, to better fortify my border with the Getian marches. So I think we have ourselves a plan. Let me go ahead and start. So let me actually, you know what? Let's do more than plan. All right, can I get more dates? I can, okay. Cancel the dates. Let's get ourselves some stone, just for a moment. Okay, good. Actually, do I have more building materials in this mod? I might, actually. Oh my gosh, can I check this really quickly, though? Marble? No, not marble. Bricks? Are there bricks in this mod? I don't think so. Okay, just really quick. Urshalets, get that going. Asulia, you're going to be... Yeah, you're going to be the capital over here. Okay. All right, that'll be it for now, but we still have more province micro to do now that we have so much territory to work with. But I'm going to continue with that in the next episode of the Sporia campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.